Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a reading that I love to do. We're going to see who this person is at their core, person on your mind. So go ahead and think of them and let's go ahead and get started. You may or may not know them. You may feel like you just met them, or this might be somebody you have an ongoing connection with. Regardless, you might feel like you're reading the situation wrong, or you just want to see like, who are they? So let's find out. Who is this person on Aries' mind right now, guys? Who are they? Let's just get one of these. Not 20. Like, hello. Who is this person on Aries' mind? Who are they? It's 3. Okay, the mask. Interesting. So we have this sense with this person that they may be a little bit, they might have two sides to their personality, two distinct sides. I feel that there is some level of deception here with the mask, a feeling that they need to show a certain side to people, be like the face of something. I kind of want to look in the book. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just to get an idea, this is number 61. Okay, I just flip right to the page. The persona, the performance, and the reveal. Okay. We often think of a mask as something that conceals our identity, yet contemplate the possibility that the mask permits our true identity to be revealed. The mask gives a voice to that which was previously rejected. When this card appears, enact the side of you that is seeking expression, yet was never given a role to play on the stage of your life. You are in the realm of theater, so anything is possible. Speak with the other's voice, embody the other's limbs. You are taking part in a ritual of expanding the self. There may be mischief and deception around, and others may be trying on new masks too. No one is sure who is who. Oh, that's funny because that's like the theme of this reading, like, who is this person? It's likely you become so attached to a single mask that you need to fall face forward into this perception bending time. Trust it. So I feel like there's someone who has like struggled with their identity to some degree. They could be somebody that when they were younger, they were picked on, and so they developed this persona, this mask, this identity of like, nothing can hurt me. I feel like it's a very colorful, outgoing sort of personality. This card was talking about theater and the stage, so they could be somebody that's very like expressive, loud, boisterous, things like that. But there is this other like dark side to them. So I guess we'll like figure out what that is as we go on and get a little bit deeper, but this is what we have starting off with. Definitely two distinct sides of their personality. Also, this mask energy could speak of like the darkness, could just speak of that they're very deep. They're like more of an in-depth sort of a person, but they project this more fun, outgoing persona to the world. Oh, you know what I wanted to do quick before I forget? Let's get 3 signs. Okay, so what are some possible signs that this person could be, just for extra confirmation, obviously, but let's see. What could this person be? This is a Virgo. This is Scorpio. And, oh, Virgo again, okay. And, ooh, Libra. So Virgo, Libra, or Scorpio, and this could be their sun, moon, or rising. And if you know anything about astrology, it could just be like, but again, the Scorpio, almost like they're a very deep person. They could have like those like maybe a little too deep, and they feel like it's a little bit too much, so they try to counteract that depth of feeling with almost an opposite energy, somebody really fun and funny and acting in that sort of a way. Interesting. Okay, let's see, who is this person on Aries' mind at their core of their being? Happy. Okay, interesting. So, but then we have this higher power on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this person is very moody. I feel like but not even in a bad way. I feel like they're very, their moods are, they feel things deeply, but I feel like they do lean more towards the happy. And but when they do feel something sad or bad, like they do feel it deeply as well. I feel like their emotions are very intense with that Scorpio energy as well. But I feel like when they're happy, they're also probably like exuberant, like delightful. What is this song I was hearing when I was shuffling, and I meant to mention it, and actually it's really funny the way that this is the card that came out that's like split down the middle. It was Sweet Dreams by Beyonce. It just started like playing in my head. Like I could hear it like as if it was on the radio next to me. But you could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. It's like they have these two distinct sides. So, like, watch out, I guess. All right, who is this person? The Exorcist. Oh, my God. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses and fear of facing your own demons. I feel like this person could have a fear of facing their own demons, maybe because, like I said, they feel things very intensely. So they feel that this would be like a scary exorcism. Maybe they like horror movies with The Exorcist. That's making me think of that movie, which I don't even want to talk about because I hate horror movies and I hate that movie in particular. Like I one time started watching like 5 minutes of it when I was like babysitting my niece when she was little, and I was like, okay, like I'll never watch this or anything like this again. It was the scariest thing. But I feel like that is reminding me of, or maybe even Jim Carrey movies, because I'm thinking of The Mask. Like that's another great one. Maybe he's your person, if it's a he, it doesn't have to be a he, but maybe there's something like that Jim Carrey character in The Mask, which, what is that character? He's he works at a bank, he's a little bit like, doesn't his girlfriend cheat on him, or like he's dating someone and she basically like leaves him for somebody else, or she just like, is just like, yeah, like I'm not taking you seriously, kind of like that. And he kind of feels like a loser, and then he gets this mask, and so maybe there could be something like when they drink or something where it lets them really like let loose and be like the confident person. There could be something that they're using as a way to like, I don't feel like mask their pain, but just to like really let their like happy side come out and really shine or something like that. They might need like that liquid courage, but there might be something here where they're like a little bit afraid of facing certain emotions related. They might shy away from facing things. I feel like they have a very depth, like there's like a depth of feeling here that they're kind of like, ooh, like I'd rather just like go out and have a good time than like face this or something like that. Maybe it's like subconscious and they're not even like saying it in that way to themselves, but they're just more inclined to like, I think they're more inclined to like go out and have fun than sit at home and like trying to be in their feelings or something. All right, let's see what else we can get about them. Who is this person at the core? Again, we have Virgo energy. A time to give rather than take. I feel like this person is a very caring person. This is somebody that is very considerate in a way that not everybody is. I feel like they notice like little details about certain situations. They just like notice little things and try to help out in little considerate ways that not a lot of other people would think of. A time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. I feel like they always feel like it's giving season. They have a very generous personality, so this is something that they are. I also feel like they're very into their routine. I feel that they have a pretty rigid routine that they follow. Maybe something to do with their family. They might have a lot of responsibilities when it comes to their family and their community around them. Like they might, okay, so for example, they might have kids and parents and grandparents that are like dependent on them helping them out. They might have a lot of responsibility at work, or even they have that like caretaker energy where if they work in an office, they're the one always like checking on everybody. It's something like that, where they're always like checking in with people. They want to make sure everyone is okay. They want to make sure that people are happy around them. I feel like they're very considerate, is something that I'm really truly getting here. Okay, let's get more. Who is this person? So overall sounds pretty good. Seems like they're a pretty happy-go-lucky person that is very considerate. There is a depth of feeling that they have. I feel like Stanley Ipkiss, that's his name in the mask. I feel like they could have a vibe like him. But like overall, I feel like Stanley is like a good person, and I feel like the reason that the mask came out, and I could like relate that to this, because he is such a sweet little person that kind of gets like kicked around, and then he needs that mask to come in and make him realize his true confidence or something. Maybe this person hasn't realized that yet. Maybe even this generous giving nature is almost from a place of insecurity, and they feel that they have to give in order to like be loved or something. They have to be of service in order to, and people end up taking advantage of them, is something that I'm getting. Okay, what else? Oh. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. So they could like to dance. They could be somebody that is like a dancer or something like that. Or they could just, again, like to be like, have a lot of fun. The fact that it's coming out next to happy makes me think it's not like a profession. It's more like recreational. Do something to change your energy. But again, this is exactly what I was getting. Look on the bottom, the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. When they're going through a rough time, they're like not going to be sitting at home. They're going to be like out dancing and like trying to like change their energy in a more active, fun way. Like there's somebody that's very active. And that Scorpio makes sense, because that would mean that they're ruled by Mars. They don't have to be a Scorpio, but I feel like they could have some like Mars in their chart, or I'm almost getting like Gemini. Yeah, that mercurial energy, but like I'm just getting a sense where like, ooh, fast moving, fast talker, like let's dance, let's do this, let's go out, let's have fun. Like I said, alcohol, they could be a drinker. I feel like I am getting a sense that they like to like let loose with alcohol, but it's not like, oh, I'm sitting at home getting drunk by myself. It's like, ooh, we're out, we're drinking, we're dancing. Like it's more of like that, which I mean, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, I'm not really getting a sense of that. I'm getting more so just a fun loving energy, but it'll probably vary for each, you know, situation and person. So let's grab who is this person? Boy, I didn't really shuffle these, hold on. Who is this person that Aries is asking about? Who is this person on Aries' mind? But yeah, sweet dream, beautiful nightmare. I feel like they are very sweet, giving, considerate, but then like almost like they might have this other dark side, but like watch out. The Exorcist too. And I feel like they could have even done something like anger management, or they could have done something where they like notice, it says freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So they might have some of those, and they really try to keep those at bay somehow, or have done some work, maybe therapy, I don't know. Just they really found out how to channel their energy into like exercise or something like that, where they just like, they know how to deal with their anger like a little bit better. All right, so who is this person? Water. Okay, again, we have that deep, that depth. Again, Scorpio is represented here, as well as Cancer and Pisces energy. But yeah, oh, Pisces is on the bottom of the deck as well. So they could have some of that in their chart as well. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Yes, they're very emotional. Not in a way that I'm saying like, oh, they're emotional, like in a bad way, but they're in touch with their emotions for sure. There is the depth here. And I think it's almost like they're hiding. I think it's almost like they try to come off more carefree. What is this emotion inside of them? Like, I just want to see. Sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential and a rewarding situation. What is this blackness like represented? Pluto energy, again, Scorpio energy, transform. And House 8, again, Scorpio energy, very interesting. Transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacy. A lot about facing fears. I feel like they don't face their fears, whatever they are. They have a way, I think this way that they just like, oh, when they're feeling sad, they just go out and like have a good time. I'm getting a sense that that's the way they handle most things. They just try to like cover it up with like something fun and colorful and frivolous, and I don't know, like it's interesting. It's almost, I don't know if they're like afraid. Why won't they face this? I'm sorry. I'm just like, okay, this is way too much. Oh, but why is that upside down? What are they, like, why won't they face these fears? We have Capricorn and House 8, ambition, realism, and methodical steps, transformation, karma, facing fears again, and legacies. So I feel that maybe they feel like it gets in the way of their work, and they feel like, you know, we don't have time for emotions. We have stuff we have to do. Like, life is too short. I'm kind of getting about, yeah, like with this, life is too short to be sad, or life is too short to feel down. Like, you got to just like keep it moving, like kind of a vibe. I feel like that's like the vibe that I'm getting. Let's see. Oh, not this one. I wanted to get an animal deck, or an animal card from this deck. Who is this person? Truly, really at their core. Oh, are these upside down? Who is Aries person? This person on Aries mind. Who are they at their core? Oh, earthworm. Okay, yeah. Earthworm is somebody that is like almost like afraid to be seen, which is, I don't feel like your person's energy at all. But then we have this hyena energy here. And I feel like a hyena is almost like a little bit too wanting to be seen. Like a little bit of like, a little too much. Like this is, again, like a little bit extra. Like your person could be extra. Like I'm getting like extra. Definitely extroverted. I would say your person's extroverted, which is interesting with this earthworm. So I feel like this is a more private side of their personality here that they like are hiding. Not like hiding in a deceptive way, but I feel like the earthworm's like one of the first ones. Hold on. Let's take a look. Shy, hesitant, and reluctant to share inner vision. Again, it's like the exterior, they don't care about, but whenever it's something that's going to, yeah, speak up or risk embarrassment, they're kind of like a more personal, like hit my feelings embarrassment. I feel like they could be like, they don't care about other kinds of embarrassment, like with the hyena, like about making, like being the life of the party, making like a fool of themselves, like, and to make other people laugh. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of a thing. I feel like they can put on that face. That's what the mask is. But like when it comes to like whatever's on the inside here, that's what they're more like hesitant to share with other people. Like, okay, like for an example, they might not, I'm trying to think of an example of this. They might have been like the class clown in school, like making jokes, cracking jokes in the middle of class in a very public way, but they wanted to like ask a girl to the prom and they were too afraid to do that. Like, does that make sense? Like they were afraid to risk the embarrassment of having their feelings hurt. But about how they look to other people, I feel like they don't really care. Like they'll do whatever. They're kind of like, woo, like, you know, in a more outer physical way, if that makes sense. So I like that. Okay. I feel like that's like cute, and it's like, they're vulnerable. They have this little vulnerability here. But it's like their attitude is positive. Their attitude is like, life is too short, like I said. So I feel like it's not an unhealthy energy to be in. All right, let's get more. Who is this person at the core? Who is this person on Aries mind? Let's just get them all and then we'll speak on them. Okay. Who is this person? Oh, that's not for me. Who is this person? Okay. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands, Seven of Acorns, the Empress, the Six of Wands, or the Six of Acorns, Knight of Feathers, Knight of Swords. All right, let me just say what they actually are in like regular tarot speak. Seven of Wands, Empress, Six of Wands, Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands. A lot of Wands energy. We have three. Interesting, we don't have any water energy coming through here. On the bottom of the deck we do. We have Pisces energy with the Hanged Man overall. So I feel like overall they are like someone who is a little bit sensitive, able to pick up on sort of like underlying energies in other people. I feel like with this Empress energy, I'm noticing like the ears, like these big ears like perked up. I feel like they're very like able to, and the way this rabbit is looking out of the side eye, like the periphery, and also this King of Wands energy is as well. I feel like there is a sense of this person noticing things, picking up on things, being very in tune with what's going on around them, with the people around them. But the Seven of Wands, determination and stamina. Let's get one of these. Dignified. I feel that, oh my god, sorry, I just like dropped this deck. Let me just pick this up. The dignified with the Seven of Wands energy. Yeah, I feel like they're obviously somebody very determined, somebody that isn't afraid, like that isn't going to like back down. I feel like they're a very strong person in their like values, and if they feel something is wrong, they will like not be able to ignore it. But I feel like they're not just like this crazy angry person. Like they'll defend themselves if they have to. They'll like expose something that's not right in their eyes. Like they will speak up if they see something going on that's like not right. And I like that this is coming out right under this new moon in Virgo. I feel like they care about other people, and if they see somebody being like pushed around, they might, I feel like they might either speak up, but if they don't want to make a scene, they would like go to the person and be like, hey, are you okay? Like say they're at work and their boss like yells at someone, like the boss of everybody, they might like go up and be like, hey, like, or just like even like get them a coffee, like, you know, something like that, where they might do something considerate to try to like, they have a lot of compassion. It's weird to get that with the Seven of Wands, but that's why I like this deck, because it's just animals and it doesn't really like necessarily correlate to the original like Rider Waite. It just kind of like does its own thing. So yeah, I am feeling this sense that they're very able to like navigate through tricky situations where they stand their ground, but do so in a very, not people pleasing, but like almost in a way that is like it commands respect. They carry themselves in a way that like commands respect, and people like will listen to them, like, and they'll be like, oh wow, like this person's right, or this person has a point, or like, ooh, I don't want to like piss off this person, or I don't want like this person to like look down on me or something like that. I feel like there is like a dignified way that they're handling certain situations, and I feel like they're protective of other people is something that I'm getting. This Empress energy, we have street smart with beauty and abundance. I feel that the Empress is an energy where I feel like this person could be very popular with like the opposite sex. And it's just, they have a certain energy that just draws people to them. I feel like they could be very witty, very knowledgeable about certain things. They could they could have a very trustworthy, this is like the Empress is ruled by Venus energy, and that's Taurus and Libra. And Taurus and Libra are two signs that are, well, they're two different signs, like, but Taurus energy, for an example, trust, they're very trustworthy, they're very steadfast, they're someone that you know that you can count on. Also, they could have a very sensual, like, they have a vibe that they like enjoy like the good side of life. They like enjoy good food, good wine. I mean, who doesn't enjoy good food? Like, let's be real. But like, I feel like they could be like, oh yeah, like give me like that. I always use this as an example. Like, do you want any fresh pepper? Like, yeah, like give me that black pepper. Like, yeah. Like they want to like enhance their experiences somehow is something that I'm getting. Interesting, like the Empress coming up with street smart. That's like a little bit like of a weird kind of combo, but I feel that they're just somebody that kind of like sits back and allows life to happen to them. They learn along the way. I feel like the way that this, like, they don't say much, like they're smart in the way like that they interact with people. Like, same kind of thing that I'm getting here, where they're very dignified, they don't say much, so like when they say something, it's like their words hold more weight. They're not somebody that's just like popping off Like, does that make sense? They're somebody that, like, if they see something, like I said, they will say something, or they will make it known. They'll, like, go over and, like, with their actions make it known, and people will be like, okay, like, you know, like, again, like, using that example, whereas if, like, if a boss was yelling at, like, their coworker, after that spectacle in front of, like, a bunch of people, they would, like, walk over to the person and be like, hey, are you all right? Like, make it known, like, hey, they wouldn't, like, maybe, like, directly confront this person. I feel like if the situation called for it, they would, but, like, they wouldn't just jump to anger. Like, they're not just someone looking to fight, like, a brash, I'm not getting, like, a brash, like, enjoying argument, like, argumentative energy. It's more so, like, they're coming from a place of compassion and, like, what they feel is right, and they know when to speak up and when not to, and they know how to get their point across, maybe by, like, being quieter is something that I'm getting. Very interesting. Oh my god, these are all falling off. All right, I gotta, like, fix this area where I sit and do these readings, because there's, like, decks all over my seat, and it's just no good. Okay, Six of Wands, success and triumph. Okay, sorry, let me just see. Partier. Okay, yes, we were getting this energy. They like to have fun. I feel like they're really good at it. Like, they are probably the life of the party. They're the person that everyone's like, let's invite Aries person. Like, they're, like, gonna make this party fun. Like, oh, like, Aries person's coming. Like, oh my god, like, we know it's gonna be a good night. Like, they're just like, okay, like, this person is very funny, very fun. I feel like they're really good at being really fun and funny. Like, I feel like that's what they're not afraid to, like, again, the Six of Wands is somebody that's not afraid to be, like, seen and be in front of other people. And I feel like they have that energy. They like to network with people. They like to talk to people. They could probably talk to anybody. Like, they like to just be like, oh, but. Like, they're not afraid of things like that. They're open-minded. I feel like they're, like, they're not judgmental is something that I'm getting. They're, like, open to all sorts of people, all sorts of walks of life. They feel like they judge people based on, like, who they are as a person, rather than, like, skin color, gender, blah, blah, whatever, like, money stuff, like, status, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like, they are more so, like, who are you as a person? I more so care about that. Like, we can all party together unless you're an asshole, and get the fuck out of here. Like, they're just kind of like, I don't care if you're, like, purple, like, basically, like, I just want, like, I just want to surround myself with, like, good people. So yeah, I feel like they have, like, that kind of an energy, which is nice. The Knight of Swords, action and focus. Okay. Volatile, but it was in reverse. Again, I feel like they have these tendencies, like I was saying, like, they see something wrong. I feel like there might be something where, like, again, they've learned over time how to, like, steady themselves and control their energy. I don't know, it's almost like with this, like, Scorpio energy, I feel like their emotions can, I keep calling it Scorpio energy, I don't know why, but I'm just getting, like, that, well, when we clarified it, I feel like a lot of Scorpio stuff fell out, so I'm just going to refer to it as that, but I just mean this deep, intense energy that they have inside of them. I feel like it's very much, it almost scares them, and I feel that they are like, okay, I have to watch it. I have to kind of, like, if I go nuts, like, I'm gonna go nuts. Like, so I have to kind of, like, keep it tamped down. Like, they could be one of those one of those people that is, like, you would could never even imagine them getting mad, but when they do, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's actually scary. As opposed to someone who's always like, like, you're like, all right, there they go again. You know what I mean? It's like, this person I think is scary, and they know it, and they kind of have to keep themselves focused, and they have to kind of keep themselves tamped down a little bit, because I don't know, like, they're afraid they're gonna go, like, buck wild or something. I feel like there is, like, a sense of being wild here, but I feel like, and yeah, like, Scorpio is fixed water, so that would make sense that there's like this water element, but there's, like, it's, like, almost like it's on fire because it's, like, ruled by Mars, and it's almost like, I know fire, I don't even think fire can be on the water, but there's, like, their water energy has, like, this fire behind it. Like, I don't know, I'm just, like, getting a sense like that, where they've learned how to, like, calm their thoughts and try to be a little bit more fair-minded and a little bit more balanced. Even though I think that these tendencies, like maybe when they were younger, they like always got in fights, and as they got older, they kind of like calmed down, is like a vibe that I'm getting. So, or if they're still like in this volatile energy, it could have just like they're in a process now of trying to like calm themselves down a little bit. But okay, then we have the 8 of Crystals, the 8 of Pentacles. We have Scientific in reverse. So I feel like, again, I'm getting a sense like this person is very open-minded, dedication and progress. I feel that when I think of somebody who's like scientific, I think of somebody that's like somebody from like Jack from Lost, like a man of science, man of faith. Like I feel like if anything, they do lean more towards the practical with the 8 of Pentacles being here. There's somebody that believes, you know, put your nose to the grindstone, do hard work, and you'll get somewhere. But with the Scientific in reverse, I feel like they are open-minded to like other ideas and other ideologies and other walks of life, and they are a very open-minded person is something that I'm really getting. They're very receptive. They're always like, they're not like projecting their energy out. They're more so like taking things in. Does that make sense? They like to see what's going on around them. They're not just like projecting their own opinions onto other people. They're like seeing really who these other people are and what are these other people bringing. Like they're more a listener than a talker. They're more like receptive than like pushing out. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like it's a very smart way to be. I feel like they are very smart. Yeah, street smart. Maybe, for an example, maybe they don't have a degree or they're not like accomplished in that sort of a way, but they have this street smart, this dignity, this strength of character that is just very much impressive, and even more impressive maybe than if they had some like crazy scientific degree or something like that. But I feel like, yeah, they are somebody that believes in hard work. They might be somebody who's like moving up in a company, somebody that could be like a little bit more blue collar. Actually, I have a thing with jobs, which we might get as well. Okay, King of Wands. Let's just keep moving on though for now. Down to Earth. Yeah, I feel like they're like someone that's just like a regular, like again, blue collar. Like I'm getting like they don't have to be in that profession, and there's nothing wrong with that profession at all, honestly. Like for me at least, it's like preferable. Sometimes I feel like people that are like it can be a little snobby, you know, like don't want to generalize, like, you know, but sometimes, you know, like a little bit more like Jack from Lost, like a certain type of like person where they're like closed-minded and they think they know everything and blah blah blah. I feel like this person doesn't think that they know everything. They think like, let me open my ears and see what's going on here and then like decide. Like they have a very interesting thought process and way of learning. I really like the way that they think and learn. Let me just grab this other thing with the jobs. Sorry. I'm so sorry if this noise. Oh, I get stuff from here too. I have all these like little things that I made. What's in here? Charms? No, we're not getting charms. I haven't done charms in so long. Okay. So let's get some of these too. What else do we know about this person? And like, these are just like random things I have written down. Gemini. I don't know who's getting that Gemini energy. Like, stop. Again, that 2 sides to their personality. They could have Gemini in their chart. I'm just saying. Observe your feelings. Yeah, they're an observer. They're not acting. They're observing and then acting in a smart way. What else? Breakthrough. Okay. Breakthrough. I don't really know about that, but we'll come back to that. Root chakra. Yeah, very like salt of the earth. I like the vibe. What is this breakthrough? Let's clarify it. Secrets. I feel like whenever I don't know, I feel like almost like with the breakthrough, with the partier energy and the 6 of Wands, it's almost like they had some sort of like breakthrough or thought that they could, and we also have rest and replenish, that they could like just chase away their emotions in a more fun way or something. I feel like at some point they had that sort of idea. Root chakra, that could mean that they have some issues with their root chakra. Let's see. Start small. Yeah, maybe they feel like they're not as ahead as they would want to be and they feel like insecure. about that. Root chakra is when your sense of like your basic needs, like your sense of safety and security and shelter and food and like things like that. So maybe they feel like insecure about certain things, but they need to start small and be like, okay, you know, I have this, I have a roof over my head, I have a bed to sleep in, I have this and that. Like they have to like really like understand where they are at. And I feel like, yeah, they could be insecure. Maybe they wish that they were like had a more status oriented job or something like that. And maybe they are almost like trying to fix, I'm getting a sense that they're trying to like slowly but surely like make some changes. Like maybe that was what this breakthrough is, that they're partying too much. Okay, I'm like, that's like obvious, that's probably what that means. Like, so I try to always like go so way too deep sometimes. Like, okay, sometimes it's like the most obvious thing, but yeah, I feel like maybe like they're like, okay, you know, like maybe I could have more if I would make different decisions or something like that. Reunion. Okay, so maybe this is like they're, if you haven't seen them in a while, they're thinking that they want to see you soon and have a little reunion. We have toxic friend, but it was in reverse. So I feel like they've done a lot of work to be, maybe, oh, maybe they're like getting rid of some of the toxic people around them, or trying to cut ties with some like toxic things in their life. True love, well, maybe that's how they feel about you. Cute. Or something that they really are looking for. And crown chakra. Oh, this was coming out too, and it said grounding. So I feel like they do need to ground. This is gonna bug me. We gotta like fix these. Okay, these two are even. Let's put this one in the middle, and these two here. Okay. So yeah, crown chakra is, they could need, oh, with grounding, they could be a little bit caught up in like daydreams, especially if they have this like watery energy. They could need a little bit of grounding, which is really, I mean, it's not like they're watching this, but root chakra is like for grounding. So even just listen, sometimes when I'm like ungrounded, I just put root chakra music on in the background while I'm just like daydreaming or doing whatever, and all of a sudden I'm like, let me fold my laundry, let me like do this, they might need to like get down to the roots of like their life. They might need to like chill with the partying or something like that, they're feeling, but they might also be like, I have to like get more organized, I have to get more like start cleaning a little bit more, like I have to like, you know, do these dishes in the sink. I'm getting a vibe like that, where maybe they're getting caught up in their head a little bit. And even the way that there's a mask here, I feel like there's somebody that's like a thinker, a daydreamer, or something like that. So I feel like they need to like ground down is something that I'm getting. So either by like cleaning and doing little tasks like that, checking things off a to-do list. And yeah, even with this Virgo energy, Mercury, they're in their mind a lot. They're very like, they can be very critical and like feel bad about like the state of their life or something. All right, what do we have? Okay, wait, oops, sorry. What could their job be? That said guide, but hold on. This person on Aries mind, I wasn't even thinking. Okay, let me turn it this way. What could be something that they, of a job that they have? Let's see. Teacher, okay. Teacher. Actress. Oh, but I feel like, okay, remember how this was talking about theater? So like, I don't always take these literally like this is their job. This could just be like the kind of person that they are, and I feel like they're very helpful. They could try to like, again, at their job, they could see somebody struggling and be like, let me help you with that, like, you know what I mean? Again, with the actress, they could be very entertaining, very fun. They could have some Leo, they could have like a rising in Leo is something that I'm getting. Reiki healer, it was in reverse. They could just be somebody that like when you're around them, they have like a good energy, a very refreshing, rejuvenating sort of an energy. Anthropologist. I don't even know what an anthropologist is. I just like wrote stuff that came into my head when I was doing these. But that's like that scientific kind of a thing. Very interesting. I feel like floral designer. Okay. Like, I can't. But they could, again, we had this like Empress energy. So they could be somebody that just like enjoys like the little things in life. Even with the start small, they could like enjoy like the leaves in October, the flowers, you know, things like that. And we have physical therapist. And let's get two more. What is this person? Who is this person at their core? Oh, okay. Marriage counselor. So maybe they had a marriage that didn't work out. Or maybe they really are like a interior design. I'm getting like a lot of like design. Fashion design, that's so weird. So maybe they do something like architecture, or they do some sort of design thing, but we have design here 3 times. So I feel like there's something maybe with the way like their environment is around them that they need to kind of like spruce it up a little bit. Electrical engineer. I feel like they need to spruce it up a little bit. I feel like this didn't really help me. Like, I don't know. This made me more confused. These ones, tattoo artists, they could have tattoos, but yeah, I feel like this is kind of like a mixed bag. And I feel like the more so now that I'm looking at collectively all these different things, what I'm getting is that you can't really put them in a box. They're somebody that's like open to all experiences and things, and they could be like, I'm getting blue collar energy from their personality, but they could just have that sort of mentality in like a high up sort of a field. Does that make sense? And that's just like, but they are that open-minded, like exception to the rule, or they're just like a little bit different than what you would go by what you see. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, the fact that I got all like different stuff than what I was expecting, I feel like it's something with this person where you think they're one way and you would be surprised at like the depth underneath. So, okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Good luck with this person. They seem, oh my god, these cards keep falling. They seem cool and fun and like down to earth. Like, they seem like they're very considerate, so good luck to you if this is someone you're trying to date. I feel like they seem like a good match. They seem like, I mean, at least a decent person to me. But yeah, I'm definitely, don't forget The Mask, that Stanley Ipkiss. I don't know if you ever saw that, but if you didn't, I would give it a watch. Or just like, I don't know. It's a good movie, so if you need some laughs. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much. Have a great day or night. Remember to subscribe and like the channel and like the video, I mean. And we'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.